Oh, right. It's September 6th. And that means actually it's the release of this really cool platformer that I've only played a level of because I had work and needed to sleep and, that kind of stuff. It's been a one nap day, so we're doing okay. But it had me thinking about really good video game soundtracks. Because before this, there was Astro's Playroom, which has an amazing one about hardware, weirdly enough. And now I've got the GPU song stuck in my head, so it works. But yeah, it had me thinking about video game music. So I figured this week we can talk about music. And you're like, yeah, of course, duh. But this time, I know, it's not punk. Well, maybe we can go to something related. But video game music, how it is music for one, but also has some of the most memorable favorite things I have also collected in my collection over time. And I want to talk about some of those favorite soundtracks, of course. And, that one, you immediately know. You see that picture and you're already probably thinking of the Mario music. Which, crazy enough, that game only had 3 songs throughout the entire game that were used throughout it. Isn't that's crazy and really well done, right? Did you notice? And of course, there is not just soundtracks. Well, there is scores and soundtracks where it's written originally for the properties. Like back in the day. Oh, Screen is the Play It Loud compilation. How about that? This one actually. You got some Yoshi's Island, some F-Zero, which Mute City, well, Blue Ocean. Actually, all of that soundtrack really was. Super Metroid, I know. I see Steven shouting. But yeah, there's some awesome stuff. But then I know, of course, some of you guys found punk rock and ska through a little game called Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Underground 2 might be my favorite soundtrack. Might be my favorite. Anyways, we can go into the dichotomy of which is the best Tony Hawk game. But yeah, I know that was a gateway because I've heard, especially for Goldfinger, I've heard it talked about on so many interviews about how that game was the big break for them. And you all probably know Superman from it. Yeah. But I want to highlight some other, memorable soundtracks. And of course, yeah, I mentioned we have the old Play It Loud, and my collection even has this old N64 one. Blast Corps, by the way, underrated. In terms of music, this has some Super Mario 64 music, of course, and a soundtrack that actually did not end up in Star Fox 64 from when this was made. Crazy. Of course, I didn't want to leave PlayStation out, but I don't know if I would highlight. Oh, it's got the Uncharted down here, and Flowers got a really good soundtrack, and okay, so there's some good stuff. Of course, and for their 30th anniversary, they just announced they're going to be doing, I think, Twisted Metal and stuff, putting out some digital soundtracks for people. So that's really cool. And then, of course, these two nice Japanese imports of Jet Set Radio. Jet Set Radio Future, or we might know as Jet Grind Radio. I'm going to get these all confused. Which, yeah, the green screen. But these are really good. And, Mixmaster Mike of Beastie Boys contributed to some of these mixes for, little tie into punk bands or musicians you might know, or hip-hop artists, however you might know the Beastie Boys. But, of course, we can't leave out the Xbox. There's been so much awesome music out there, and, of course, I have to have the Halo soundtrack. You gotta hear the chorus of Programmers. I know, isn't that crazy? He used Programmers as his chorus that you hear in the popular Halo score soundtrack. Yeah, Halo, one of the best video game soundtracks out there. Of course. Let's see here. What do we got? I got a few things here. I've got both of them here. Over there. The Katamari Damacy soundtrack, which I'm sure just saying that name also will put it into your head. Just the na 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 na. Or I mean, the Katamari Damacy. Yes, you even have King of Cosmos on the back there. Yes, I love that soundtrack so much. It was so catchy that I imported it. And then another really cool one that I imported because it is possibly my favorite Mario music of any Mario title. But that would be the Mario Galaxy soundtrack, which shiny. Oh, and maybe I forgot. It actually is kind of glistening, huh? But yeah, this soundtrack is one of the best of the Mario series. And of course, the giveaway that I've kept since 2003, the subscriber bonus of so many amazing orchestrated Nintendo classics of Smash Brothers Melee. If you want to read it, there you go. We can uncover some of it. Really, really good. Of course. How could you not? I mean, you probably already knew. I think it's just our... Oh, it's really funny. It's actually picking that up is green. But yeah, of course, big Nintendo fan. Why would I not have Nintendo stuff? But also, even modern stuff. We got like The World Ends With You, which it's so weird what this green screen is like doing. But yeah, one of my favorite Square Enix soundtracks, and one of the best games on DS if you've not played it. So, and I think it's on. Yeah, check it out if you haven't. But I haven't limited it to just CDs. For one, there have been other things that have been put out there, like on vinyl, which I know green screen's not gonna like. Oh, it's kind of liking this. An Ocarina of Time, fully orchestrated vinyl set that I have here. I think it disappears on the other side. Oh, because it's darker green. Oh. But yeah, so you can always pick up, especially these days, music on vinyl, but also digitally. Let's see, there we go. One of independent games have some of my favorite soundtracks written for them, including Fez, the infamous 2D, 3D change angles. It even has spoiler warning. What, 20 years? Shit, is it 20 years? I think it's 10. We're going to go with 10. I'm not going to feel old. But yeah, Disaster Piece did the soundtrack for Fez, and it's an awesome mix of digital keyboard, video game, chiptune, music. Again, video game music is music. I don't care what you say. But that's one of those that I have digitally because I thought it was a fucking amazing thing. Of course, I will put this on and just fucking love it. It's not just one of the best platformer games ever made, Celeste. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. But also, Lena Raine, who did the soundtrack for it, did some amazing music. And I highly recommend you go give it a listen. Fucking favorite. But of course, there's other stuff. There's artists that like to take the video game music and sample it and mix it and rap over it and you maybe play over it, or like I Fight Dragons, they made it rock out of it. But first off, we gotta highlight Mega Red, who does it. Of course, he does it. Oh, did I put it over? I didn't put it over. Anyway, layers. Am I right? But yeah, also we got his latest, The Black Materia Rebirth, which is taking music from, as you probably assume, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And I'm going to fix this on the fly. Uh-oh. Not too on the fly. There. Now look at it. It's behind me. Ooh, depth. But yeah. And he's been doing it forever because, as you can tell, Mega Man. So it might suggest Mega Man, right? And man, of course, his most popular, at least the one I hear requested the most, is Splash One. Oh, I know. I know the dance. But yeah, amazing stuff. He's one of many artists that are just doing that. They're sampling it, or they're making their own music, like Lena Raine did there with Celeste. It's fucking amazing. And, and him and K Murdoch do some awesome collabs. This one, which, we just joined the last two things. Indie Game Darling, Shovel Knight. They did their own little thing. And thank you, Mega Ran, for that amazing little autograph. But yeah, and I have it on vinyl, of course. So, any medium, you can listen to it. There is so much awesome music being made for video games, with video games. I fucking love it. How can you not love it? And of course, you can find some of your favorite music, like you did through Tony Hawk, or, hey, Devin K and the Solutions were on Watch Dogs 2, the one good game of that series. Yeah, I remember. Actually, because it was a really good game. 3 is kind of generic, and 1 has a weird incestual It's weird. The relationship between him and his sister. I don't know if the writers just missed some things, but yeah. Anyways, side notes, right? Let's not talk about that stuff. But, you know what? Something really cool to talk about is shows for the next week. I've got probably a bit to tell you about. So let's go. Yes, welcome to another episode of Every Shoujo Says Go, where I'm recommending shows for the next 7 days around the Phoenix area, a little bit around Arizona even, of just bands and musicians that I think fucking rule that might be touring here or from here. Like what you're hearing underneath right now, that is I Am Miss Havisham? I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it, but they're playing on one of the shows on, Saturday. So, of course, we got to fucking highlight why you should make sure you get there early and watch them. The song's Paragon. Can't wait to hear more. Regardless, yes, we're recommending artists that I fucking think are amazing. Also, of course, recommending masking still in indoor spaces as a courtesy to touring artists, to just everyone, as just a courtesy, being a good human, and just lowering the risk of catching illnesses. As you now will document through my social media, fucking 26 months of long COVID symptoms, which supposedly that word, I watched a video where they just censored it every time, and some people claimed it may lower the engagement, so whatever. But I'll tell you guys about it. Yeah, 26 months. At least today was a 1 nap day. That I'm happy about. The victories, the small victories. But yeah, I always recommend masking in indoor spaces. It helps, as a courtesy to touring artists where they don't have to cancel, postpone, because they're getting sick. Helps people in there. It also makes spaces more welcoming for our immunocompromised friends. They also like music. And we're in the middle of the summer wave of COVID. So, yeah. At least do that as a courtesy, as a protection. Because you don't want to deal with that. And yes, it's dropped to only 5% of cases reported per the CDC that have become long symptoms like mine. But it's still miserable because we're just kind of at a dead end. And just now I'm kind of waiting it and I'm trying to do what I can within my limits. So do what you can to not get this. It's frustrating. It's annoying. Of course, other housekeeping, please be sure to like this wherever you're watching it, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, not that one, Twitter. We'll go with Twitter. I always want to say the other video streaming stuff. Threads, Blue Sky. I've been active on it again. I've been trying to make more effort as Twitter becomes kind of has been a show. But, hopefully more people that I talk to there are moving over and using the other two more, I hope, because I want to keep in contact. But yeah, so I'm putting all that stuff there. Be sure to like it. Of course, the other thing is, if you're watching on YouTube, please be sure to hit that subscribe button that's right there. Because, for one, get notifications when this content goes live, or anything else I upload, which when I'm better or able to muster the energy, like video game streams, I'd like to get back to. That you'll get notifications. And also it helps me out because as those numbers go up, they give you access to more features like advertisement revenue. I know it's crazy. Who wants to make money off this stuff? But, it might be nice. And of course, I don't get ad revenue here, but 2 ways you can support what we're on. If you're watching on Facebook, you can tip stars. That's their name for their currency. But second of all, you can go to patreon.com/everyshowjoe. Yes, patreon.com/everyshowjoe. You can support me over on there. Even actually, I got it queued up this time. And you can see here, become a Patreon. There's even a link over on everyshowjoe.com that'll bring you there to the Patreon. But yeah, you can always support me there. Like if I click over this should bring us in. Will it bring us in? Yep, there it is. Oh, come on. Go away. There we go. But yeah, you can see posts of everything that I post over to it. We can go back to the other thing now. Regardless. You can support me there. There's even $1 a month here. It's like tipping, $5 a month tier, like buy me a drink, a soda, a beer, a water. At any mid-sized venue, it's probably like 4 times that at any other venue, like where Green Day is going to be. But yeah. Yeah, you can support me though by going to patreon.com/everyshowjoe and help me out there before I lose track of that thought. Brain fog is a annoying thing. But the other thing you can do to support is go to everyshowjoe.com and, just check out the website. Go check out, like, the photos I've taken with full wrap-ups. I know, it's crazy. Like, I actually write about why I love these artists and why they're awesome and the cool stuff that they do. That was a great picture of Susie True. And fucking adore them. Some of you might have seen playing with a certain Tiny Stills opening for Straight Manifesto. Just throwing it out there, how awesome that is for, Tiny Stills in general, who are awesome too. I enjoy them. And, there's some awesome stuff in here. And I tell you why, with words too. It's crazy. And I got that for all the stuff I've taken pictures for over there. There's also the, 2-year reflection of dealing with stupid long COVID and all this stuff you can find in here. So you can always support there, and it's free. Of course, the other thing you do is you can go to a store link and, shameless plug, buy an Every Show Joe shirt. Yeah, another way to support. Regardless, now I'm just spoiled. Now I have this all queued up. Losing track of things. But yeah, so you go check that out. Go watch and see, go read and see some of the awesome stuff that I've taken pictures of over the years, going to run around shows when I do have my health. And yeah, of course, the other thing I like to say every week is fuck racism, fuck sexism, fuck homophobia, fuck transphobia, fuck all that hateful bullshit, especially by people using it as distractions or ways to mobilize people instead of actually letting them see the real issues and fixing the real issues. They are trying to take away just basic human rights, basic ability for people to live happily and be themselves, because these people are just assholes. Not even nicely, but so yeah, I like to find out ways to make it better instead of being an asshole. You can also see on the website I got links to all this stuff over on there. Of course, links that include reproductive rights stuff like Abortion Fund of Arizona, which one of the shows I'm going to tell you about is benefiting this weekend. Also, of course, Black Lives Matter, Put Her in Action, another really great organization taking down systems with racism built into them and taking them down and rebuilding something in their place with better stuff in there. 1in10.org, ACLU's linked on here. Of course, Feed Phoenix is on here. Project Hope, which I believe, also helping with things around the world. I've been keeping on there because it covers a lot of things, and they do help with a bunch of stuff. So it's nice to throw some links up there, and you can go support. They all have things posted on ways you can get involved if you have the time. You can go help them in actual activities, but also if you can't and you have just money, you can go donate and support that way too. Yes, there's just some awesome stuff, and you can find it all on everyshowjoe.com on top. Of course, you want to support your favorite musicians, and at least for another hour, you can do it over on Bandcamp, where it's Bandcamp Friday. Shame. Is that shame? I think I rolled into it differently than I usually do, so it's throwing me completely off. But yeah, you want to go support your favorite musicians, and the best, simplest way is to go buy the merch, go buy the music, go buy their fucking merch table or their website on their merch store, and that gives them the best. And for the next hour, Bandcamp Friday, and buy the shirts, buy the CDs, buy just even digital like I had with Fez and Celeste soundtracks. Just go support them. Go throw them some money. Get that skate deck that you were kind of eyeing, or that hoodie, as we will need it in about 3 months. I think we'll be hoodie weather. But yeah, go support your artists directly, and that's the best way you can. Of course, you want to go also support your favorite venues and your favorite bands in person. I know I do, and I miss it. There's some awesome stuff, which I'm anxious to get to here. So yeah, you want to know about those, right? So let's start tonight, Friday the 6th. All times are Arizona time, which are Mountain Standard Time because we don't do daylight savings, which only gets confusing when you realize other people do it that you watch stream and they actually have schedules, and it's confusing when they change for like a week. Regardless, moving into those shows, I got set times this time. Well, we're not going to put set times here, but I got the artists and where they're at for the second annual Tempe Noise Takeover, which is a 3-night, all 3 days of this weekend show tonight. Of course, also benefiting the Abortion Fund of Arizona. And tonight at Yucca Tap Room, featuring Wallace Hound, who are fucking, all these bands fucking do. Daphne and the Glitches, Let Alone, Celebration Guns Parkway, which you might know as Parkway Rock or Rich. Oh my god, that was a discussion today too. You guys know who we were talking about that are watching that might have been part of that conversation. But yeah, Bad Cactus Band over at Yucca Tap, and then over at across the street, so it's all walking distance. You can do both these shows. You can go see Snailmate, and then maybe next year Celeste, a different Celeste in the video game, which, you know, it could just be like, and Celeste, no, it's spelled differently. Don't kill me. Yeah, Celeste, Vince Mirth, and Gomi over at Timeout Lounge. Music starting around 8 p.m. There's No Us and Don't Panic with Jane in the Jungle over Rebel Lounge, 7:30 p.m. Or just fucking awesome. And Jeff of Mills End doing a solo set of one at 1227 Tap Room, 7 p.m. And then Saturday, again, it's like it's light, but it's not, because a bunch of it is part of this Tempe Noise Takeover. But night 2, we've got Josue Quinter, we've got Joan of Arkansas, we got the Rebel Set, we got Scorpion vs. Tarantula, Sewer Bitch, in our drum, I think our suspects, Yucca Tap Room, and then we got Death Knock God, and MF Bloom, Lilac Angel, another band that I want to see a lot of these bands. If I haven't already seen you, like Joan of Arkansas, who I already know fucking rules, or Scorpion vs. Tarantula, we know rules, Rebel, yeah, you know, like I still want to fucking see Death Knock God, I still want to see Lilac Angel, like Robbery, I Am Miss Havisham, which you're hearing, again, underneath this episode, that's their single that they have up on their Bandcamp. You can always throw them $1 too. But yeah, and that's over Timeout Lounge, 7 p.m. And there's so much awesome. And then, of course, if maybe you're just thinking, maybe I'll go check out something else. Like maybe you are in more of a ska mood. You get my bad? You don't get my I'm totally getting haircuts. My waves are out of control. We got Size Matters. That's the name of the show here. The Night of Ska, featuring the originals, Real Big Fish cover one. We share the same shades. Oh wait, I have my glasses. No. Apparently, I'm still not used to wearing glasses. I'm like, let's put glasses on top of glasses. But yeah, we share some glasses. They also got Bounce House, we got Scavalinas, and we have Bad Cactus Band, Brass Band, and DJ Aranda over at Taproom 120 for you Gilbert folks, 6 p.m. We also got Sophia Rakin and the Sound with significant others over at the Rock Bar in Scottsdale, 7 p.m. And over at Foghow with, you know, some awesome food, which, you know, I've always touted awesome food, like those burritos at Crescent Ballroom, or those tacos at Yucca Tap Room, or, man, we're straining my brain too much. It'll come to me. But we got Durango with Jar, Hotel Pink over Foghow, 7:30 p.m. Brought to you by the Antibacteria Cafeteria, because that's just fun to say. And then Sunday, which actually looks busier than Saturday. Kind of does, actually. We got the third night of the second annual Tempe Noise Takeover, benefiting the Abortion Fund of Arizona, featuring Narwhals Jr., Juniper Ridge, Black Tapestry, Deadbug, and Durgame. I might have made a typo. This might be Durango. The Yucca Tap Room. And then over right across the street, walking distance, over at Timeout Lounge, you got Mississippi Nova. We got the Cause of Depression, Ring Finger No Pinky, ooh, excuse me, the Zonies, and Love Bomb. Or all these bands. You can't go wrong with any of this. I'm trying not to hiccup, so we're going to have some water. Man, if only I did, you know. No. Weird things. We got something else. Now I'm just in a laughing fit. Regardless, moving on. We've got something outrageous. We got Rad Stacy, we got Gold House, and we got Fractured Obscurity over at Ground Zero Studios, 7 p.m. Got Flamingos in the Tree with Blue Rain Boots and Slugbug over Rebel Lounge, 8 p.m. Got Junk Drawer with Jaden Padilla and Stargazer at, I think, Ground Zero. If you go onto the Ground Zero Studios Instagram says just DM for address 6:30 p.m. Or maybe they have space for both shows. Find out. Also, we got Hail the Sun with Zeta coming back. A lot like Birds and Hail the Sun over at the Now Theater 7 p.m. Which Zeta you might have seen play with Codependence. Anyways, Codependence. We're gonna go with that one. Take 72. 42. That's over the Nile 7 p.m. Pajama Pijama with Medio Pinto and Glamourpuss y Los Chingaderos, plus DJ Cervantes at Crescent Ballroom 7 p.m. See, there, and there's some awesome burritos. We gotta get through this before my brain apparently melts. Don't get long COVID. This shit sucks. Monday, take it easy, relax. Tuesday, we got Chad Tepper with the Color 8 who fucking rule. Get there at least in time for Color 8. I'm sure you'll enjoy all of it. Johnny Bad Luck. I didn't say it out loud until now. It's spelled Jawny. I know that's hilarious. Valley Bar, 7:30 p.m. You got Pinky. I'm guessing this is more of Poppy. We'll figure it out, but it's on the list because Melissa Brooks, you might know of Aquadolls. She's part of this with Cecilia Galt, Milla Smoke, and Nyla the Doll. It's over at the Rebel Lounge, 7:30 p.m. So I'm throwing it on here. Again, it might be poppier stuff or DJ stuff, but, go check it out. And I know some of you guys are fans of Aquadolls, so that's got to be up there. And then down in Tucson, we've got Y with a question mark. Yes, that's the name of the band. They are fucking amazing. I remember I missed them, and then someone recommended them, and I was like, okay, next time. I caught them at Crescent. They're so good. But this one's down in Tucson with Namdi at Club Congress, 8 p.m. So if you're down there and want to catch them, or want to get double the dose, because I'll tell you about the other show. There they are Tuesday. And then Wednesday, they come up to Phoenix, Y with Namdi over at the Rebel Lounge, 8 p.m. So you can go catch them even further. Plus, a really cool experience down in Tucson if you've never watched them. Galactic Empire, where they, as you suspect, dress up as Emperor's Guard. This is why my brain's melting. Stormtroopers, and there's a name that's in my brain that's not coming. It sucks. And don't get brain fog. But we got Power Glove also on this, and Super Madness at Club Congress down in Tucson, 7 p.m. We go check them out. Then Thursday, you got choices on Thursday. You got Strung Out and Adolescence. Wait for it. And a Wilhelm Scream. Holy fuck. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop there, and you're just gonna let you think about that one, right? Amazingness. Wilhelm Scream is one of my favorite bands. Catch Live for one, and then of course Adolescence with Tony at the helm and Brad of Ratzenmole is also now playing with them. And then Strung Out, of course, everyone is Strung Out. Skate Punk. But yeah, Rebel Lounge, 8 p.m. We also got Mest, Audio Karate, which is a band that I didn't expect to hear, but they're kind of back. Isn't that awesome? Rookie of the Year, An Awful Mess, which they could have just, for the show, rebranded as An Awful Mest. And Winter Haven, who are fucking amazing and awesome that they got on the Punk in the Park show in San Diego coming up, so that's fucking cool. Well, this is at the Nile Theater, though, if you're trying to catch this one. 6 p.m. and early ones are playing ahead. And, of course, there's also Night of Metal Mayhem featuring Megacosm, Deadly Virtues, and The Subjugator, where we have to tap 7:30 p.m. Then Friday, which this is where apparently everyone is holding out. Everyone wants to have a show on Friday the 13th. Ooh. Or should I say Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice. For one, I didn't create the back row to cue it up. But, if you guys enjoy, I hope you're enjoying that. I'm going to try to catch it in a lighter attended movie. Because, certain virus is spiking. So I'm going to just take precautions. But yeah, there's some awesome stuff on Friday the 13th. All around Phoenix, some amazing stuff. I don't know if I ordered this in order of favorite show or not, but there's some. We'll just get right into it. We got the Hardways. We got Carol Pacey and the Honey Shakers, Jaffe's Descent, Thackeray, Cat, Chopper Johns, 8 p.m. You're already like, stop. There we go. And and I'm like, but there's more. We also got Upsall with Connor Burns, Zoe Co. at the Rebel Lounge, 8 p.m. Upsall from right here in Phoenix. Her dad is proud. It's a very proud family. It's a very musical family. And man, how Upsall has just fucking blowing up and so cool. But you can catch her over at the Rebel Lounge, 8 p.m. We also got the Red Pears in town with Ultra Q and the High Curbs at Crescent Ballroom, 8 p.m. Got Green Jelly. Yes, Green Jelly. With Show Me God, I Don't Conform, and 10 Ply, which I guess I should have worn my 10 Ply shirt, right? 4 on 4 Mesa to get some pizza. Over there while you're watching, 7 p.m. Also, Dorston and JTM3 over at the MIM, the Music Instrument Museum. Yeah, you push through it. You push through it. Don't get brain fog. It's so hard to be making sentences. Be silly, yes. Dorston and JTM3, that's a fucking cool pair of awesome music over there. 7:30 p.m. I'm going to go check that out and get there early before they close the museum and check out their awesome exhibits. I think they even have the American Instruments exhibits still there. Also, we got Skylar Lutz with OG Pinto and the Conveyors. Got the Tackling for 8 p.m. Looking a little bit more reggae in your step for your Friday 13th. Got Slice Slime, speaking of more reggae, the Ghost Moon and Chambers at Last Segment Live. There's also 8 p.m. We also got Old Knives, Amazing Exploding End, Room Trees. I think that's either that or he didn't capitalize it right. Or a Fog House, 7:30 p.m. Over there. Get some awesome fall. All food is awesome. We also got TV Messages, Super Drive, Analog Monsters, and Lady Cactus at the Now Coffee Shop, 7 p.m. And Sophia Rankin and the Sound down in Tucson for you guys with Arcadia Desert Child at 191 Tool, 8 p.m. But yeah, so before my brain completely stops letting me think full thoughts, thank you guys for watching and getting to this point. Be safe out there. Have fun there for me. Share the artists that you appreciate it. I'm living vicariously now through social media, watching people post from shows these days as I deal with this stupid medical thing that COVID left me with, which is some bullshit. Yeah, have fun out there. Be safe. Enjoy a bunch of fucking awesome, amazing bands. Even enjoy some awesome video game music. There's some up there. I put it in a video, but I didn't get a copyright. There's my hiccups again. That's got to be a sign. All right. So yeah, be safe out there. Get a DD or a rideshare. Oh my gosh. I know. Take my time. I think we can finish this sentence. We can finish this couple sentences. Yeah, so be safe out there. Enjoy. Let the artists know how awesome they are. Spread the word of how awesome they are. And I think that's all I got. So until next week, take care.